tonight on Citrus TV News. The next Student Association president, how the election winner was announced last night.
And a Citrus TV I-Team exclusive, part-time faculty face obstacles when it comes to benefits and promotions. The university is refusing to talk about it.
What a day. We had thunderstorms this morning, sun this afternoon, now clouds have moved into the area. Are there any more storms on the way? I'll let you know coming up. Citrus TV News starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News live at 6, your campus news leader.
James Franco and Angie Patty are the next leaders of the Student Association. Good evening and welcome to Citrus TV News. I'm Jamie Weiss.
And I'm Johnny Oliver. The election closed late last night and the results were announced shortly after midnight.
Sierra Britton was also announced as comptroller and 25 assembly representatives were elected as well.
Over 2,400 students voted in the election. Citrus TV reporter Zachary Levine was at James Franco's victory party last night.
President James Franco and Vice President Angie Patty.
Alrighty then, thank you.
I think James and I continuously talked about how we wouldn't be able to do anything without everyone else, and like the people who are here who took time out of their Thursday nights to just be with us and, you know, not really do much but just sit around and wait for it. They're the people who were knocking on doors and people who organized for us to meet with so many wonderful organizations, and we're just happy that we could be there for them and proudly represent them and work for them in the future.
It's kind of sinking in. I'm still in a little bit of like excited, don't really know. Like, I'm just excited to be working with one of my best friends next year. Angie's amazing. Everybody in this room has been so supportive of us. But I can't wait for next year.
Franco and Patty have a lot of people to accredit their success to.
But we wouldn't have been able to do it without our campaign team and the wonderful best friends that we have at Syracuse University, which ultimately makes this home for us.
Franco has no plans to wait till fall.
Hopefully we can get right to work over the summer. We had a lot of things. We're hoping to make a lot of impact, but hopefully it can be a fun time. Make it fun, but productive. Tyler and Roy ran a great campaign. They were impressive individuals. We definitely want to sit down with them if they would like to. They had a lot of great points. We'd love to talk about them. If they'd like to be involved with SA, we'd love to have that.
We got a chance to speak to Rossi after the loss.
You know what? This has been an amazing experience. I really have no regrets. First of all, congratulations to James and Angie. They ran an amazing campaign. They earned it. Yeah, you know, I feel fine.
Zachary Levine, Citrus TV News.
An arrest has been made in connection with the campus alert sent out earlier this month. Dennis Smalley was in court today for the DPS email that said a suspicious man approached women on campus and asked them to take a survey in different settings. Smalley has been charged with unlawfully entering a Syracuse dorm and forcibly touching a woman. He is also accused of touching another woman on campus.
Today, Chancellor Siverud announced the new dean of Hendricks Chapel. Brian Control will be the 7th dean and will report directly to the chancellor. Control's appointment will become effective July 15th, and Control will work on the strengthening of the role of the chapel as a spiritual heart of the campus and a model for diversity and inclusion of all religions. Imagine you work as much as your colleagues but get paid far less and don't have access to the same benefits.
For many part-time faculty members at SU, this scenario is their reality.
The I-Team took an in-depth look at the numerous obstacles part-time faculty members face when trying to make a living doing what they love, teaching students.
Investigative reporter Taylor Epps has more.
Thanks, guys. Adjunct professors and part-time instructors fall under the umbrella of part-time faculty here at SU. Many of these educators work a number of jobs to support themselves, but the Citrus TV I-Team found that Syracuse University could do more to support them.
Now remember, when you guys are doing presentations, you are the experts in the room.
Professor John English is a part-time instructor here at Syracuse University, where he teaches a number of classes. But English also works 3 other jobs to make ends meet. He works for a choir here in the city of Syracuse, as a voice teacher and independent vocalist, and for another choir 70 miles north in Watertown.
The real excitement of music is what happens between the notes.
Being a part-time instructor at SU is different than being an adjunct professor. Adjuncts teach fewer classes and usually work multiple jobs to make ends meet. English is not an adjunct, but he still faces the same dilemma as a part-time instructor. And he's not the only part-time faculty member working in multiple places to make a living. A 2014 congressional report says 89% of part-time faculty members work at multiple institutions and 13% work at 4 or more to make ends meet.
Adjuncts are people who have positions outside the university where their main source of income is.
This is Laurel Morton. She is the president of Adjuncts United. The group has the word adjuncts in the name, but advocates for both adjunct professors and part-time faculty members like Professor English. Adjuncts United makes contracts with the university for part-time faculty. The union started meeting in 2008. A decade after the formation of Adjuncts United, the group is fighting the same problems they set out to combat, and those problems are getting worse. Part-time faculty are being hired at increasingly high rates across the country. According to the American Association of University Professors, the hiring of part-time faculty increased by 170% nationwide from 1975 to 2014. At SU, this is compounded by a growing tendency to hire high-paid administrative roles. According to the New England Center for Investigative Reporting, from 1987 to 2011, Syracuse University increased its number of full-time administrators by 417%, or more than double the national average. Furthermore, a 2014 report by Bain & Company on behalf of the university found that SU had 211 administrators with only one person reporting directly to them. We reached out to Syracuse University's Human Resources Department for comment on the excessive amount of administrators, but they did not get back to us in time to be included in our story. The CitrusTV I-team has been trying to contact Syracuse University's Human Resources Department for almost 2 months. We sent them various phone calls and emails, but no one could make a comment in time for our story's air date. We even tried showing up to their offices here on South Campus, as you can see behind me. Not only did they refuse to make someone available to comment, but when we showed up to their offices, we were asked to leave. Morton says to qualify for standard health benefits, you need to teach at least 15 credit hours per academic year and have a multi-year contract with the university. Because most part-time faculty only teach 1 or 2 classes a semester, and those outside of Adjuncts United typically don't have multi-year contracts, they often fail to meet these requirements. Morton says the amount of professors who actually qualify for these health benefits is staggeringly low.
For instance, in the art school, there are 5 out of well over 120 part-time faculty who have standard benefits.
Part-time instructor Marianne Potulski can attest to the difficulties of obtaining health benefits. She is one of the few part-time instructors to have health insurance, and she said this is only the case because the coordinator of her program at the time advocated on behalf of her staff. In this situation, once the university granted benefits to Potulski, she said they did not extend the same benefits to others.
He advocated for me and my 2 colleagues at the time, so we got a line item, I guess, on the budget.
A classic American success story is that of the low-level worker, who through talent and hard work is able to rise to the top of their field. For part-time faculty, this would involve eventually becoming a full-time faculty member, with the ultimate goal of achieving tenure. But according to the part-time faculty we spoke to, this seems to be a rarity at SU.
I have a personal knowledge of numerous people that were here for 25, 35 plus years as an adjunct or as a part-time instructor, many of whom taught full-time loads, who taught classes, who served on committees, who helped hire deans, who helped hire directors on those kind of committees, and they were always just adjunct.
Potulski has been a part-time instructor here for about 40 years. In that time, she's only seen a handful of her colleagues rise above part-time status. We asked the HR department at Syracuse University if there was a process in place to help part-time faculty eventually reach tenure, but again, they did not provide an answer.
You guys want to put in what the essence of what you learned is.
Most importantly, part-time faculty have proven that they are a vital part of our university. Professor English's students say that he has had a tremendous impact on them.
Hearing personally what the professor thinks and what my peers think has really been beneficial, and yeah, we've definitely gone farther than the syllabus.
We do not know if anything will change for part-time faculty in the near future. The university is raising its tuition by almost 4% next year. Morton says this probably will not mean changes for part-time faculty. SU and Adjuncts United are renegotiating their contract next month. Reporting for the CitrusTV I-team, I'm Taylor Epps.
Public records obtained by the CitrusTV I-team tell us the average salary of a part-time faculty member at SUNY Albany is less than $10,000 for an academic year.
Because SU is a private institution, CitrusTV could not find reliable information for our school.
Well, it was a rainy day outside, and I know Jamie and I are hoping this weather clears up for the Citrus TV banquet tomorrow.
We definitely do. Citrus TV weather anchor Brendan Tierney is in for David Edelstein today. Brendan, can we get our hopes up for nice weather tomorrow?
Jamie and Johnny, I'm glad to be with you here tonight. We do have a chance for some weather tomorrow that won't be nearly as bad as we saw today. Today, 59 degrees was our high, but we had those thunderstorms this morning. They cleared out this afternoon before more clouds came into the area. Taking a look at your current radar area, we'll see a few storms still hanging in the Syracuse area, but most of them are way down to the southeast and out of our hair for now. Taking a look around the region at the moment, temperatures about average for this time of the year. We're checking at 59 here in Syracuse, 60 in Cortland and Binghamton. Nice weather down in Elmira, 72 degrees. Coming up, I'm checking your full 5-day forecast.
Up next, how music intertwines with other aspects of life at Syracuse.
Citrus TV News reporter Chris Venzon will be here with the story of 3 artists. We'll be right back.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. Weather for tomorrow will be much better than it was today. As you take a look at your surface analysis map, you can see the cold front and low pressure system that brought us the heavy thunderstorms last night. As we take this in a little closer and put it into motion, you're able to see the front moving through the area last night and into tomorrow. Those brought some heavy storms to us here in Syracuse, but it was a lot worse down in Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and New York City. They saw a little bit of minor flooding. Taking a look at your future radar, though, not that much rain in the area. Overnight tonight and into tomorrow, the storms will be getting out of here, and we have some nice dry weather on its way. Your forecast for tonight, though, 41 degrees, mainly cloudy, winds coming out of the west-southwest at about 15 miles an hour, so nowhere near as bad tonight as it was last night. You can have a nice Friday night. Taking a look at your forecast for the weekend, not that bad if you want to head out to a lake and go boating a little bit. 46 degrees on Saturday. The wind will be the bigger issue, 10 to 20 knot winds on Saturday. Sunday, the much better day if you want to go out boating. We're checking about 61 degrees, nice sunny skies, only about 1 to 3 foot waves. There is a slight chance of some showers Sunday night, but not that bad overall. Now your exclusive Citrus TV 5-day forecast, checking it tomorrow, Saturday, for the lacrosse game in the Dome. 50 degrees will be your high. The clouds will be in the area, however. Sunday, 61 degrees. Same on Monday, warming up. That's about average for this time of the year. We're checking at 58 degrees on Tuesday. A bit of rain does move into the area on Tuesday. Not that bad. We will be tracking that next Monday and Tuesday here on Citrus TV News. It's looking like not anything near like the thunderstorms we saw last night. And then Wednesday, warming way up after those thunderstorms. We do have a warm front coming in. We're checking at 71 degrees. Low only 53 degrees. That's our average high for April. Jamie and Johnny.
Well, thank you so much, Brendan. Citrus TV News will be right back after this.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Got a quarter?
You're watching Citrus TV News with Johnny Oliver, Jamie Weiss, and David Edelstein with weather. Citrus TV News continues now.
Music, life, and opportunity. In Syracuse, the three are often intertwined.
Today, Citrus TV's Chris Venzon met 3 young artists in the area, biding their time, waiting for the right moment.
Opportunity's knock sounds different for everyone. For Jack Messing, opportunity might not knock often.
Promoting my stuff has always been sort of an issue. Sampler, groove sequencer.
Jack must stay ready to capitalize on those opportunities.
Even when I'm just like sitting here as I'm talking to you, like I'm thinking of like polyrhythms in my head.
Shorty, get down, good Lord.
For Bree Talani, opportunity means no off days.
Like, I literally was visiting my friend in California for a week, but I brought my recording equipment with me.
The sophomore's music has hundreds of thousands of plays on SoundCloud. Bree's a promising up-and-comer in SU's Bandier program.
You need to dedicate your heart and soul to it, and you also have to have an extreme amount of patience, because things aren't just going to start taking off the first week you decide I want to be a singer.
At 307 Catherine Street, opportunity may never knock.
You could catch me in a different location.
Nazaire Johnson lives on the south side of Syracuse, an area that has the highest rate of extreme poverty among blacks and Hispanics in the country.
Well, people down here, like people like me, they don't want to see nobody do good.
It's rough, but Nazaire's purpose goes beyond the projects.
My goals is to get my family and my mom out this situation, out this city, because she don't want to be here no more. I don't want to be here either no more.
3 artists, 3 situations, 1 dream, and no way of knowing if it will ever arrive. So they wait, hoping opportunity will simply knock. Chris Venzon, Citrus TV.
Coming up in sports, Syracuse lacrosse looks to continue their magical season as they honor their seniors this weekend. And as spring continues, SU football makes its return. We'll have that and more as Citrus TV News rolls on.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Get some drinks!
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Syracuse lacrosse is off to one of its best starts in nearly 3 decades. Good evening, I'm Matt Ryle. The #1 ranked Orange stood at 10-1 on the year, riding an 8-game winning streak. SU will look to push that streak to 9 as they do battle with their I-81 rival Binghamton in the Carrier Dome this weekend. A big reason for the success of John Desko's squad has been the steady play of their seniors, who will be honored on Saturday.
It's been an incredible run, and you know, for all the guys that are walking this year, I hope they cherish it because you know, it's a big deal and it goes by pretty fast.
Senior Day's always been an emotional day. You know, you've got our seniors, 4 and 5-year players, walking on the field with their parents, and it always takes a little bit to kind of, once the game starts, refocus and get back out there in the first quarter. So we try to handle that emotion the best we can, and we want to get possessions early in the game.
Salcido, Nick Mariano, and Scott Furman. First draw is set for 2 p.m. And spring weather has been slowly showing itself these last few weeks, and with it comes the SU Football Spring Showcase. Dino Babers and the Orange will be back on the turf on Saturday. The team will hold their spring game tomorrow. One of the major issues for SU last season was their historically bad defense, but after a spring of practicing, the unit is feeling confident things will be different.
I think guys are a lot more confident in the defense. Like, a lot of guys are just way more confident trying to make plays. I mean, sometimes when you try to make a play, you end up missing something. But, like, at the end of the day, I feel like more aggressive, a lot more aggressive than we've been in the past. So I feel like that's a good thing.
A lot of guys are more confident in what they're supposed to be doing out here and what's really going on. And so I think at the beginning of spring balls, there were some guys that were playing kind of hesitant back and forth during the play, not really sure where they were supposed to go. And right now, everybody's just getting after a full attack.
The game will kick off at 10 a.m. before the men's lacrosse team takes action against Binghamton. And after last week's Syracuse lacrosse sweep of North Carolina, the SU softball team hopes they'll be the next team on the hill to take down the Tar Heels. But they'll have to wait at least another day. The first game of their weekend series against UNC at home has been canceled tonight due to rain. The game will be made up on Sunday as the teams play a doubleheader beginning at 12 p.m. The Orange will also play tomorrow at 1 p.m. And after a 2-7 start to the season, the Chiefs are winners of 3 straight and look to continue their resurgence tonight. Syracuse begins a 3-game series with Norfolk. Just like the Chiefs, the Tide are also at the bottom of their division after getting off to a 5-8 start. But they're coming off a win against Buffalo on Wednesday night and are looking for a winning streak of their own. First pitch is in about 10 minutes. And on the hardwood, the NBA playoffs continue tonight. In the battle of MVPs, James Harden's Rockets look to take a commanding 3-0 series lead over Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Meanwhile, the Jazz and Clippers play a big game with their series tied at 1, and one of the biggest surprises of them all, Chicago looks to take a 3-0 lead over the East #1 seed Boston Celtics. And lastly, after a 2-4 start to the season, the Yankees went on a magical run at home, going 8-1, catapulting themselves to the top of the AL standings. Tonight, the Pinstripes look to continue their hot start. But they'll have to do it on the road, as New York and the Baby Bombers head to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. A reinvented CC Sabathia will be on the mound. First pitch is at 7. That's it for Citrus TV Sports. I'm Matt Ryle.
When we come back, Brendan Tierney will have one last look at your weather.
Citrus TV News continues after this.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. Some good news for your weather for tomorrow as we take a look at your Saturday day planner. Starting off the weekend right, 9 a.m. we're checking at 45 degrees, 47 by noon, up to 50, which will be about our daytime high at 6 p.m. Cooler than today with the cloud cover sticking around. Our average high is 60 degrees for this time of the year. But Jamie and Johnny, the good news is we're checking in at almost 70 degrees later next week, 77 degrees for Mayfest.
That is
wow,
awesome.
That
Thank
sounds
you,
incredible.
Brendan.
Thank you so much, Brendan.
Well, this is Jamie and I's last newscast, and thankfully our producers gave us some time to say a few thank yous. First, I want to say thank you to my parents for being incredibly supportive, especially in my journalism career. My mom watches all my shows. I want to say thank you to Claire Moran, who gave me my first shot at being on air at Citrus TV. Allie Wall, who let me host the now defunct SA Today. Lauren, our great producer, thank you so much for doing a great job producing for me all semester long. I've been lucky enough to anchor Lauren's shows for 2 semesters. And last but certainly not least, my great co-anchor, Jamie Weiss.
Well, I have to give you a shout out too. I mean, Johnny and I have always wanted to anchor together. Last semester, we actually got the opportunity to, and we crossed our fingers and it all worked out. But this show would be nothing without our incredible EP, Lauren. Thank you so much for everything you do. You are seriously the backbone of this show. I also need to give a shout out to Juice and Java. That's actually where I got my start at Citrus TV. So I want to thank everyone who wakes up with me weekend mornings to put together that show. And my last shout out goes to my loyal viewers at home, my parents and Colby. You guys always watch every show and I appreciate it. So that's it for Citrus TV. This is it for the final time. I mean, Johnny and I have had a great 4 years, and it's crazy that it's almost over.
It's been a good ride.
Well, for the final time, I'm Jamie Weiss.
And I'm Johnny Oliver. Have a great weekend, Syracuse.